just share a little bit about what is it that has you staying for, how many years is it? 20? How many years? 23 years. Okay. There you go. Turn around so everybody can hear you. Tell me your first name. I'm sorry.
For me, I think, there are times we all have, what am I still doing? But then there's always that next day that something happens with one of the people you support. And you know right there why you're still here.
Oh, wait a minute. Because I wanted, that may fly with the people in the room who know what you're talking about, but now I'm going to pretend that I'm somebody who's coming to a convention. Okay? And I don't know what that means. There's something that just, with the people we support, and suddenly, I know whatever you said, it works. I believe you, there is something, but I don't know what that something is. So I would like to hear a little more about why do you do the work that you do? Why did you even get into this field? How did you get started with all that?
I had a son with disabilities, and we lost him when he was 2. That's when I got into the field. I knew I would have I never thought about it prior to that, but I knew that was my passion. That, kids and adults with disabilities was something I had to continue with. And it's a challenge every day.
So it's become a mission. It was your mission in life that you took on.
Yes.
Way back then. Is that when you started? Right after you lost your son?
Yes.
Right away? Did you know?
Within the first year.
In the first year. So every day you're giving back. You're giving back, and you don't question.
I don't know that I'm giving back. I'm continuing to learn. We learn so much from our son, and it's kind of being on both sides of the spectrum, being that parent and knowing what that parent, as a parent, would want from a provider, to being on the provider end of having to provide that to those people and their parents.
Are you the executive director?
Yes.
And you've been at the same agency for those 22 years?
15 years as director, but the same agency, yes, for 23 years.
Well, all I can say is if I were to ever have a child with a disability, I would want someone who's got that kind of first-hand experience. Yeah.
Thank you.
And so let me just say that at your point of entry, because you are the executive director, you will be speaking. You're a great speaker. All you have to do is share. All you have to do is tell me your first name. Sheila, I'm sorry. Sheila, all you have to do is say what you just said. But you can't say, do you see the difference between the first way you said it and the way that you said it when you went a little deeper? It's hard to talk about, isn't it? You don't like talking about yourself. You don't like talking, you don't want to have to reveal that. It's not natural for people to just want to get up and tell you their deepest, darkest secrets. But when people come to your point of entry event, they have got to know that every single person they're hearing speak that day is the real deal. Everything's got to be authentic. There can be nothing that is the least bit fake or slick feeling, and you are the real deal, Sheila. So you need to share that. You need to say, all you have to say is that. You don't have to go into details about your son, but you have to say, I knew after that this was my life's calling. And even though it's hard some days, I know that I can represent both sides. I know what it feels like as a parent, and I know what it feels like as a provider. And this is the work I'm supposed to be doing. Do you feel called to do the work that you do?
I wouldn't be here if I didn't.
Yeah, you wouldn't be here if you didn't. So you're very humble, you're very soft-spoken, you're deeply passionate, and our job is to uncover that passion a little bit to let that passion come up. You see what we call a passion refit. It's like it's as if the tire on the passion, I don't think this is the case for you, but for a lot of people who have been doing this for a long time, that passion tire will wear, the tread will wear thin, right? It's 22 years of doing this. You've got to question your sanity sometimes, right? That's a long time to be doing work that's that hard. But you've done that. So at your point of entry, we're going to be asking you, they'll be part of your visionary leader talk, and all of you who are the visionary leader, all of you who are the executive director, will be working with you to craft a talk that shares that, just that little sentence briefly, and then there's other pieces of the talk to put together. Thank you very much.